Hello, everyone. My name is Gabe Mendez. Today is April 19th. It's 11:40 in the morning, and today we are covering social media content. Question is, I'm a new agent. What kind of content should I be putting out on social media to make it, to begin building traction on my page, to deliver valuable content, and to attract more business? That question was asked by Anne Marie. And thank you for everyone who's jumping on the call. Tanya, thank you. William, thank you. Louie, everyone else. If you guys can, please turn on your cameras. I don't care if you're working out, getting your eyebrows threaded. Doesn't matter what's happening. Just turn your cameras on. Let's go. Thank you, William. Good to see you, brother. Okay. First, we just discussed this. What's the first question everyone actually would ask? How do I buy my first home? That's your first step in content that you're going to put out in order to start to begin attracting people. Now, let me ask all of you a question. Listen carefully. How many of you have ever followed a series on Netflix or Amazon, just Amazon Prime, where they have a series of shows like Yellowstone or whatever, just something? You can drop it in the chat. How many of us have followed a series? Just something. I want to see how many of us. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So majority of us. Okay, majority of us have followed a series. Okay, great. When I was younger, I somewhat kind of watched, what's the guy's name from Matt Damon from he did like 5 episodes, he did like 5 movies of him, like the Bourne Identity. So I loved that one growing up. It wasn't a TV series, it was a movie series, but it was the Bourne Identity, like Jason Bourne and Bourne this and Bourne Came Back, whatever it was. Now, I also watched Friends growing up. That's a really popular TV series. Question for all of you. I want you to start thinking this way, please. This is the ideology. I need you to start thinking this way. Do those Netflix shows, television shows, series, and movie series, Fast and Furious, they're now going on their 9th one or whatever it is. Do all of those shows, A, are independent shows that do not correlate with one another, or B, are they independent shows that are connected, have a story that's connected between shows? Which one is it? Are they not connected or are they connected? You drop it in the chat. And Maurice is connected. 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 The answer is they're connected. You would not watch that show for one season, 8 seasons. You would not follow Fast and Furious 8 movies down the road if they were just 8 independent films. Here's what they did. They created a story to mesh all of them together, and they kept you watching that Netflix series. They kept you watching that TV series. They kept you watching that movie from episode to episode. We are programmed as a society, we are programmed as human beings to follow series. The moment it gets broken up, AKA called a pattern interrupt, you lose interest. What's going on here? What's happening? Most of us won't even watch a movie unless we watch the trailer. We need a preview. And most of us, if we jump into a movie halfway, we won't even continue watching the rest of it because we're not invested into it. It's just like, whatever. Or you're asking people, what happened? What were they talking about? What happened to this? But the series that do the best are the people who understand the storyline and they connect them every single episode. Why do I say that? Can someone tell me how that relates to the content you're getting ready to post? Can someone tell me how that relates to it? Anybody? Drop in the chat or open your mic. What connection, what parallel am I trying to draw between TV series, Netflix series, movie series, and the content you put out? What's the parallel I'm trying to draw here? What should you be doing? What should you not be doing? Anyone, type it in, or you can open your mic and ask a question. If you want to open your mic, just make sure you unmute yourself.
I just jumped in, but I kind of heard a little bit of what you were saying. Maybe just getting people excited, catching their attention, getting them excited.
If you told me that my first step in buying a home, hey, if I go on Google and the most search question is, how do I buy my first home? And you tell me the 5 items I need to buy my first home, I'm excited. But naturally, what should happen next? Let me see the chat. Let me see what you guys wrote. Start to finish? Yes, they got to be connected. Absolutely.
Including like a sequel, right?
Yes.
So from start all the way to the end to the finish line.
Okay, so then let's ask this question. If we all know that first-time home buyers, their first question, it doesn't matter if it's a first-time home buyer, and it doesn't matter if it's it doesn't matter the question. If they want to buy their first home, if they want to know how to use their VA benefits, let me ask you a question. We're going to pause for a moment and go down this rabbit hole. If I'm in the military and I've never used my VA, if I'm retired from the military, I've never used my VA. If I'm in the reserves and I qualify for my VA benefits and I've never used them, what might my first question be when it relates to my VA benefits? What might I ask on Google? Anyway.
How do I
qualify for a VA loan?
Oh, boom. That's it. How do I qualify for a VA loan? Next series. Okay, we talked about the first-time homebuyer series. We talked about the VA series. Now let's talk about the investment series. If someone already owns a property and they want to start investing into real estate, what might they ask on Google? A common question.
How do I start investing into properties?
Boom. How do I begin investing into real estate properties? They might say something like, if I'm a homeowner, how do I begin investing into real estate? How do I begin my real estate portfolio? Might be their first episode in that series. First episode in that series. The first episode is that first question. And then you take them down the process, just like Alondra said. Add value by answering the questions to your audience and then walk them through the process. That's episode number 1. We just talked about VA, investment, first-time home buying. Now let's go back to the first-time home buying question, because Anne Marie's question in the very beginning is, how do I begin creating content on social media? And then I took it a step further and said, well, how do you begin creating social media content that brings in business? And your customers and your consumers are going to Bing, Yahoo, ChatGPT, Google, and they're asking online how to do these things, when in reality, they should be going to your YouTube channel. They should be going to your Instagram reel. They should be going to your TikTok. You should be the encyclopedia of the person answering all these questions. And before I go down that rabbit hole, let's go back to the series now. So episode number 1 is, how do I buy my first home? How do we make a series like Friends, Yellowstone, Jason Bourne? How do we make a series that continues? Not one that's not connected. How do we make one that is connected so that they continue watching? What might episode 2 be on first-time home buyers? First one is, how do I buy my home? How do I buy a home? How do I buy my first home? What might be episode 2?
Maybe getting pre-approved.
Okay, that's a good start. I would challenge you to say that's probably too far down the road, because now you just told me the 5 things that, well, that's actually, Anne-Marie, it's my fault. Let me take a step back. On episode 1, how do I buy my first home? What's the answer to that question? What's the answer to that question? If someone says, what do I need to buy my first home? How do I buy my first home?
Collecting all the information that you can find, like credit reports, like bank accounts, maybe.
Bingo. You're right. In order to buy a first home, what do you need? I'll tell you as a homeowner, you need your 2 years of tax returns, your bank statements, your pay stubs, your W-2 or 1099, 2 forms of identification, and established credit. 2 forms of identification, you can remove that one. I just put established credit. Established credit, 2 years of tax returns, W-2, 1099, bank statements, and pay stubs. That's what you need in order to buy a home. So what's the question? I'm going to ask you guys one more time. What's the answer to episode number 1? What do I need to buy my home?
How do you qualify for a loan?
Yep. Now, good point right there. How do you qualify for a loan? Here are the 5 items that you need, whatever. That's episode number 1. Oh, so I just watched William's page, and William just started a new series that's called First Time Home Buyer or First Time Buyer series. And his first episode of that series is, what do I need to buy a home? And in that episode, he covered the 5 items you need. What is episode 2 going to be? naturally. If we're staying consistent with the show, staying consistent with the story, what will episode 2 be of his How to Buy a Home series? You just told me the 5 things that I need. That's step number 1. That's episode number 1. What might episode 2 be?
I would probably put what a realtor can do for you and help you through the process to bring you business.
I like that one. I still think that one's too far in advance because you're taking me from here the 5 things that you need now how I'm going to help you. Give me literally baby steps. If I'm brand new, give me baby steps. I'm not ready to commit to an appointment yet. I just want to learn. Maybe I am ready to commit to an appointment, but I don't feel comfortable. Give me baby steps until I feel comfortable. What's naturally the next
All right.
thing you can answer?
Well, now that you have your
home buyers.
Okay. Homebuyer consultation. What were you going to say, William?
I would say getting connected to a lender, because now you have those documents. Now you got to get them connected to a lender to get them pre-approved.
So now I'm glad because now you're one step before the last step you just gave me, which is realtor. Now you said connect with the lender, but we're still not quite there yet. I just met you at the bar and now you're asking me on a date. What can you do in the conversation to make me feel? What can you do in the conversation at the bar to make me feel comfortable to say yes to a date with you, aka meet the lender? What might
Or are
What's
we build a rapport?
we're talking?
Like-
Well, of course, yes, we want to build rapport, but what might episode 2 be? What would you be discussing on that episode? To
Maybe
continue
The
my
reason why you want to buy it?
okay motivation. No, I'm looking for something. That's a good answer. Yes, but that's not the natural next step. Let's get one more answer, and I'll give you my opinion.
Location?
How,
I heard location, and someone else was going to say something.
I was gonna say, how to submit your pre-approval application or
So a loader is getting closer.
Get their wants and needs.
I like that. That's a little further down the road. If I'm watching you on TikTok, if I'm watching you on Instagram, watching you on YouTube, and I search how to buy a home, and you tell me that I need established credit, I need 2 years of tax returns, I need 2 years of two pay stubs, 2 bank statements. If I need that, the next thing that I want to know is, well, what does my credit score need to be? What does my credit score need to be? I'm not ready for an appointment because you just told me I had an established credit. I have established credit. Is 580 good enough? Is 680 good enough? Is 780 good enough? I don't know. So next thing I want to know is, what does my credit score need to be? Well, now guess what? Episode 2 of William, episode 2 with the laundry, episode 2 of Maria is, what does my credit score need to be in order to purchase a home? Now, you have an FHA loan, conventional loan, VA loan, down payment assistance loan, you have jumbo loan, you have all these different types of loan products that apply to first-time home buyers, but all of them have different credit requirements. For example, some down payment assistance programs require a credit score of 640, while others require 660 and 680. Conventional, you can go down as low as 600 with certain banks, but really you optimize a conventional loan above 720. VA, you can go as low as the lenders that I work with, 580. So it depends on the banking institution. But if I want to know my credit score, what does my credit score need to be in order to buy a home? Wow, well, a lender just told me I needed these 5 things. Check, I have that. And then naturally, I scroll on your timeline. I should find episode 2. And episode 2 is, what does my credit score need to be? Well, I have my credit score established. Thank you to Maria. She just educated me. Thanks to Anne Marie. She just educated me on what my credit score needs to be. Now I'm going to scroll one more time. I'm going to stay addicted to your page because you have every episode that I need. Next, it might be something along the lines of 2 years of tax returns. What is the difference between W-2 and 1099? Well, hey, this is if you're a W-2 employee, you're going to have this. And if you're a 1099, you're going to have this. Well, I'm 1099, I'm self-employed. Okay, then this next video, episode 3, is going to be for 1099. How to buy your home if you're an independent contractor. How to buy a home if you're a 1099 employee. How to buy a home if you're a business owner, and write everything off on your taxes, whatever you want to call it. But then now you have that new episode dedicated for that person. Well, I watched episode 1, which talked about the 5 items. I watched episode 2 that talked about my credit score. I watched episode 3 that talked about the difference between W-2 and 1099. And then I watched episode 4 that talked about 1099. Now I watched episode 5 that might talk about what is something that I didn't mention in the 5 items that you absolutely need to have in order to buy a home. I didn't talk about it, but what is it? Someone answer that question. What is it? Drop it in the chat section or open your mic. I didn't bring it up, but what is it? It's really obvious.
Down payment?
Yes, you need money. You need money to buy a home. You need a down payment. You need at least an earnest money deposit because there are programs that cover down payment and closing costs, but you at least need some money to buy. Question for you guys. What if I don't have any money saved and I don't want to qualify for a down payment assistance program because, by the way, down payment assistance program, higher interest rate, lower pre-approval, smaller debt to income ratio requirements. So I don't want to go DPA and I don't have any liquid cash sitting in the bank. Can someone tell me what other options I have?
A gift?
Yes, a gift is one. What else is another option?
Maybe you have assets like a 401k.
Boom! Retirement, 401k, some money like that. So, but if I'm a first-time home buyer, do I know that? No, I don't know that. I think I need 10% down. I think I need 20. I think I need 3.5% down. I think I need to have that money sitting in my bank. I don't know that I had a 401k that I've been working for the last 15 years, that I have 30, 40, 50, 100 grand sitting in it, that I can pull money out of it towards a down payment. I didn't know that my uncle or my mom, my dad could lend me the money or gift it to me as a gift fund as a down payment. So what might episode 5 or 6 be? Down payment, where you can get the money from. Options for down payment. Hey guys, in this episode today, I'm going to talk to you about the options that you have for down payment. Number 1 is the obvious. Maybe you have a savings account with money set aside. Wonderful. But if you don't have money sitting aside, or you need additional help, or you don't want to use your money, you can do things like a 401k, your retirement plan. You can have a gift from a friend or family or friend, or you can qualify for a down payment assistance program. See, the down payment doesn't have to come from you. So if you have all those 5 items, if your credit's been established and now you know how to use your down payment options and you're ready for a consultation, send me a direct message. We'll talk about the next step. And I just literally walked you down step by step by step. I should be obsessing over your Instagram and your TikTok as a first-time home buyer. And check this out. Your cover for your reels, when you put them up, need to look like this. No negotiations here. Your cover needs to look like this. Where's it at? Where's that? One moment. And I want someone to tell me why. When I show you this, I want you guys to tell me why. So if I go to your, Netflix, what's the first image you see on Netflix? When you open it up, you go look at movies and shows.
Their logo.
Okay, their logo. After you see the logo, you start looking at movies. What's the first thing you see?
You see a trailer.
Yeah, you see the image. You see the image of the movie. You can call it the thumbnail. You can call it their cover photo. You can call it the title, whatever you want to call it. You see the image of the movie. Now, I want you to start thinking like a consumer. How important is that cover and that thumbnail to you? And how much does it influence your decision on whether or not you're going to even look at the trailer, look at the about me, the information? How important is it to you? Be honest. It's really important. Is that a yes, no, Elizabeth? Desiree says boring cover won't make me click. What else? How important is it to you guys? Be honest. Do you guys not even look at the cover? Do you not look at it? You're just like, oh, okay, I'm just going to close my eyes and select the movie. Or do you look at the cover?
It's like the old saying, right? Don't judge a book by its cover. But I mean, the truth is, if it's a good cover, you're going to open it up.
Boom. Bingo. That cover is literally probably almost 90% of your decision of whether or not you're going to at least even entertain that movie. If the cover sucks and it's boring and you're like, you just scroll on and your eye starts going to all the amazing covers. Now, you see the cover, it captures your attention. What's the second thing you see on Netflix or Amazon that they show you really big?
The title.
The title. The title. The title. They show you the cover that captures your attention. The second thing you see is the title. If the cover is amazing and the title is great, what do you do next naturally? You're welcome, William. Love you, bro. I have this recorded. I'll send it to you.
You probably watched the trailer or just watched the show or movie.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If you love the thumbnail, you love the title, you naturally click the video, you either read the summary or you actually go watch the trailer. I naturally read the summary, and then I naturally click on the trailer if I like the summary. So how does that translate into your Netflix page, your Amazon page, AKA your Reels, AKA your TikTok, AKA your YouTube? What should you be more considerate of? When you're posting your videos, what should you be more considerate of?
The thumbnail and the title
Bingo,
or the caption.
bingo. You need to have an amazing thumbnail on all your videos, and you need to have an amazing caption on all your videos. Let me tell you one that I have fallen in love with, that I have not done yet, that I've fallen in love with, that I think is amazing. Look at this. Look at your screens. You guys see that? I love these. I am so hard to convince. I am so hard to get someone to like something. Look how easy that is to read. Look how eye-catching it is. I think for all of you, you should have a series like this where it's all pink or blue or black. It doesn't matter to me. And it should be titled Home Buyer Series, Episode 1, How to Buy Your Home. Home Buyer Series, Episode 2, Your Credit Score. Home Buyer Series. So when I go on your Instagram Reels, when I go on your TikTok, and I want to look for home buying information, I can scroll and I can see the colors that are coordinated. I can see the title of it. I know exactly what I'm looking for. How many of you, let's be honest with me. How many of you go to any person that you're following? I don't care who it is. How many of you have honestly gone to someone's TikTok or Instagram Reels and you've scrolled back at all their old content, watching everything? Do you guys do that most of the time? Do you do it sometimes? Or do you never really do that at all? What is it?
Sometimes.
I almost never do it. That's my answer. What about you guys?
If it's a new page I follow and I was interested by whatever, I'll go down the line and I'll check out old stuff.
Okay, if you like them, and that's very rare that most of us like everyone's page. So majority of your people, I'm guessing you're not looking at their old content. Who
Yeah.
else? If I'm a consumer and I want to learn about buying a home, am I going to sit at your random page that I just followed and go through all your stuff trying to find what I'm looking for? Or am I going to just go to YouTube and Google and search it myself? What am I going to do? What's my behavior? What are you going to do? YouTube or Google. It's a lot easier. Absolutely, you're going to YouTube or Google it. You're not going to sit there and scroll on someone's page and try to look for something. But if my thumbnails look like this, if my pages look like this, and they were color coordinated, said, hey, welcome to my home buying series, Episode 1, the 5 things you do, Episode 2, your credit score, Episode 3, and then you changed the series to VA information, and now it's red, white, and blue. VA, the benefits of the VA loan, your credit score for a VA loan, everything was that. And I could find exactly what I'm looking for on your page. If I made it that easy for you as a real estate agent, would you then begin trusting me more? Would you then actually follow me back? Would you then feel comfortable going through my content? Would you then possibly send me a DM saying, I've been watching your stuff, I'm ready to buy? Absolute freaking lutely, you would. But us as real estate agents, we don't take the time to do it. We just throw up a video one time, and then we post a lifestyle picture. I'm out drinking at Coachella, and then episode 2 comes up later on. They're not even color coordinated, so I had no idea they even connected to each other. And then we sit back and we wonder, why is no one watching my page? Why is no one watching my Netflix? Why is no one watching my Amazon? Why is no one watching my TV series? Well, because it's not connected. I don't have episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, episode 4. Your job as a real estate professional is to overly educate your consumer on everything. You are Google, you are Yahoo, you are Bing, you are these search engines. Therefore, you should have it organized in a fashion that's going to make it very easy for your people to follow along. I'll pause there for a moment. Is this helpful? Are we getting some aha moments out of it?
Yes, it's very helpful. Thank you.
And Marie, what was your biggest breakthrough? What was your biggest aha?
Honestly, it was just trying to make sense of everything in the beginning, where I should have just thought about it. I am a renter. What do I need to get to buy a house or to get qualified? And also the reels, I do like the covers of those reels.
Okay. So today's call, we covered what type of content you should be creating to attract clients. We talked about strategically how to create your series so that people begin trusting you, following you, saving and sharing your content. Then we talked about aesthetically, what you need to improve on. Everything is nothing's accidental. Everything we discussed today is intentional. Now, last question to all of you, and we'll open it for Q&A, and then we'll end the call, is what's your next natural step? What do you need to begin doing?
Drafting ideas and creating content.
That's it. Create content. Jasmine said it. Alondra said it. That's it. All you have to do is just sit down and literally grab a piece of paper and script it out. Okay, my episode 1 is going to be how to buy a home. My episode 2 is going to be credit score. My episode 3 is going to be this. All of your videos should be under 60 seconds, and all of your video does not need to be professionally filmed. Don't worry about the perfect background, the perfect captions, the perfect hair and dress and all that stuff. Since 2021 or 2020, it has been proven that unpolished content outperforms polished content. End of story. This is why, and I learned this from Alondra the other day at dinner, and Alondra, Jenny, my wife, and I went out to dinner the other night. And Alondra told me this, and it stuck out like a big thing. I'm like, I can't figure out why I like TikTok more than I like Instagram. I just can't. And you know what Alondra told me? She said this. She said, because the reason TikTok is so popular now, Instagram users are dropping down. She's like, Jenny's like, haven't you noticed your views going down? Haven't you noticed your engagement going down? Haven't you? I'm like, yeah, I did. She said, because everyone's going to TikTok. I'm like, why is that? And she said, because when you watch TikTok videos, it's almost like you're FaceTiming a friend. It's raw, it's unscripted, and it just feels natural. People on TikTok that go viral do it with their phone. It's nothing polished, nothing over the top. In my head, I'm like, yes, I'm programmed. I feel more, as a consumer, love watching stuff that's more raw and just real. I don't kind of over this like stuff that's too trendy, too cool. So don't overcomplicate it. Get on your phone, pick it up. Yes, now, yes, you do want to have a catchy thumbnail, and you do want to have a caption, your summary, your caption, your ad copy. That needs to be well written as well. But the delivery of your content, script it out, man. Pull out a freaking phone and start recording yourself, and don't overcomplicate it. Watch, I'll prove it to you. Ready? Watch this. I bet you I get some leads out of this. I bet you at least get 2 or 3. Watch. What's up, social media? It's your boy, Gabe Mendez. Today is Wednesday, the 19th. And here are the 5 items that you need to purchase your first home. Item number 1, if you're thinking about buying your first home, you need 2 years of tax returns. Item number 2, we need 2 years of W-2 or 1099s. Item number 3, we need your 2 most recent bank statements and pay stubs. Item number 4, we need 2 forms of identification. Item number 5, we need down payment for the purchase. And that can come from you, family, retirement, something like that. So if you've been thinking about buying your first home or buying a home and you want to know what you need exactly, those are the 5 items that you need. If you have any questions about credit score, down payment, anything like that, send me a direct message. Or if you already have these 5 items and you're ready to go, just send me a direct message today. I'll talk about next steps. Chat with you guys soon. Peace. That's my Instagram. I promise you, I will get 1 to 2 people right now because I'm going to put a poll on it on my Instagram. And I'm going to put a call to action. And I promise you, I will get 2 or 3 people minimum that will say, I want more info. I have those things. How do I do it? It's that easy. And the next thing that I can do is I can actually save this. I can put it as a reel, put a really nice thumbnail over it. Matter of fact, let me do that. Save draft. Save draft. And I'm going to create thumbnails like this. Just like this. Very pretty, eye-catching, and it's going to be my phone. Done is better than perfect. Speed of implementation is better than overanalyzing. Okay. We have 5 minutes left. I'm going to open it for Q&A. Let's talk about it. Let's go. Open discussion. Let's do this. It's funny. I just had a Zoom ask me if I was playing music. Come on, somebody. Let's go. This is your time. This is your opportunity. Anne Marie, I know you asked a question. So what I would like for you to do, Anne Marie, is I would like for you to start creating that content. I want you to get your phone out, talk about the 5 items you need. I then want you to ask a lender. You can ask my preferred lenders. I work with 2 preferred lenders, Carlos from Trusted Rate and Alfonso Delgadillo from Point Mortgage. You can talk to both those people and say, hey, what's your credit score you need to be in order to buy a home for all your different loan products? They'll just send you an email with a response. Down payment. Hey, lender, where did the down? Maybe just send them 1 email to 2 different people. What does your credit score need to be for all your products? Where can the down payment come from? How does buying a home as a 1099 person work? And how do tax returns affect your purchase? Can you give me all the information I need to know as a consumer? Like, you know, do I need to be at the same job for 2 years? Is it 2 years? Can it be a year? Can it be 18 months? Like, what does it have to be? Have them give you all the information. And then you just sit down, break it down into simple terms. Okay, oh, that's all it is? And simplify it and then put it on camera. Anne Marie, that's exactly what you need to be doing. And you need to be over producing your series on home buying. And then your series on investing. And then your series on VA. And then you color coordinate it nicely. And eventually everyone's gonna start to look at Anne Marie and be like, wow, she knows what she's talking about. I vibe with her. She's really cool. She gave me all the information I needed. And I'm gonna buy a home with her. I like this. I like this intimate feeling right here. I like this. I'm glad that we jumped on the call today. I told Cherish purposely not to remind everybody because I wanted to see who was going to jump on the call today. And today's call was really, really good. It was solid. Really good question, Anne Marie. I'm glad you asked that question. Oh, it's a good app to create those thumbnails. I outsource it to a VA in the Philippines, so I don't know, but I heard Canva's really good. So yeah.
Yeah, I use Canva. I do recommend it. You can just download a photo and then when you upload your video, you could just upload that photo as the cover.
Yeah, absolutely. We got a few more minutes left. Come on, team, ask your questions. This is your opportunity.
Gabe, can you share that screenshot just to kind of give us some ideas?
Absolutely. I'm gonna put it. I'll put it in Slack right now.
Thank you.
What else?
Hey, Gabe, would you say that this type of content is what has gotten you more interactions, more leads? than, for example, like say showings of homes or things like that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. This one, when I first started my real estate, outperformed everything I did. Then the second one that performed best was tours of properties. If you can do a mixture of a crap load of educational and a crap load of tours and start doing things like if you do a tour of a property, a really nice tour, like the ones I've been doing recently on my Instagram, you guys will see just a 0.5 lens. I went out and invested into some equipment because I wanted to make it a little nicer. I recently did this myself. Check this out. So I have this little bag that I carry around. Check this out. Look at this. Look how cool this is. I just recently invested into this. So look at this. Here, I have a wireless mic. You can clip it on here. And then here's the receiver that you plug into the phone. Check this out. My boy put me onto this. I had no idea. I was overcomplicating it with Mike. So if I want to make my audio better, I just plug this into the bottom of my phone. It connects to my phone like that. It asks me a question about, do you want to connect this to your headphones? You click yes. You do this, click it here. It picks up all really good audio. So you can be far away recording and doing a home tour and it picks up really good audio. You don't have to wear these crazy devices anymore. It's super cool. I love it. I just bought it. I'm super excited to do more tours. So that's that right there. And then this one, this is a little over the edge. Maybe I shouldn't have done this one, but I did it anyways for the tours. So I ended up buying this, which is a DJI gimbal, really small. Just purchased this one, really excited about it. Start using more of it. It comes with this clamp that you hold your phone on it, and it has like a light that you can use while you're filming. Really cool stuff. So don't overcomplicate it. I just did this and I've been in the business now for 8 years. So you don't have to do this, but I'm just letting you guys know what I'm doing now. But yes, educational and property tours. When you're doing the property tour, I want you to add things on the screen like purchase price this much, down payment this much, estimated payment this much. Start giving people those numbers. Lenders can't do that, but us as real estate agents, we can. What else? We have 1 more minute.
I literally just bought both of the things that you just mentioned, and it's been a game changer. So I do highly recommend. It's right here.
Yeah, let's go.
Literally both of the same things. How funny. But I do recommend highly.
That's so dope. I love that. Anyone else? Final questions, final thoughts? I really want to hear your ahas. I want to hear what you took away from today's call. Let's go around, round robin. Everyone must participate. Giovanna, biggest takeaway from today's call. You're up first.
Honestly, just writing everything down right now, just so everything is clear, and I just have to take action. Take action into creating that series. And like you said, people have to people don't want to scroll all the way down on your Instagram page. You just make it easy for them. And if that also means highlights, having on your highlights each specific series, so it's faster instead of them scrolling, I think that'll be helpful too.
Love that. Thank you, Giovanna. I'm going to just go down the order of my screen. Louis, you're up next, man. Can you share with me your biggest aha from today, please?
Don't overcomplicate things, right? Just put it into action and just go with it, right? Like you said, you've been doing this for a while and you're now just investing into these tools. So there's no reason for us that just started that we shouldn't be producing content.
Love that, bro. Thank you so much. Des, you're up next. I know you jumped in kind of late, but I'm interested to hear it.
I don't know. What I joined in, it was really good, but I just have like a fear of like me posting videos. I'm like, it's gonna throw up because I'm like, oh, this is just like being in front of the camera really makes me sick. But like, I know educating is so important, and I do get a lot of DMs of people like, hey, so what do I need? And I'm like everything's there, the clues are there, you're giving us these awesome trainings. So I need to get over it, and I need to just go out there and educate everyone who's asking for it, because people are looking for it. So that's my thing. Sorry I didn't hop on earlier.
No, that's okay. I had it recorded, so I'll put it in the chat. Liz, biggest takeaway.
Hey guys, so my biggest takeaway was kind of because we were going too fast into step 1 and step 2, and then you literally told us, no, you guys are missing the whole, like way more information than we thought. So to me, that was like, you're right. I need to literally go step by step, because I did have my one of our friends asked my husband, like, hey, I heard Liz is doing real estate. I kind of want to know more about investing. And I'm like, okay, I need to, you know, kind of preach and like let people know and educate online, because even friends are asking, not asking me directly, but telling my husband like, hey, do you think she can help me? So that was like my big like, you know, Gabe is right. I need to go like baby steps for everyone.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
That was my, yeah.
Alondra, you're up. Biggest aha, biggest takeaway.
Honestly, it's very similar to what she just mentioned. For me, it was more like, I feel like I was focusing on providing like the big information and not really breaking everything down and really, you know, going in depth. So I think that in itself gave me so many more ideas to make videos. So definitely got the ball rolling on that.
Thank you. Anne Marie, biggest takeaway?
Just like what I mentioned, like in the beginning, I was just like kind of overwhelmed with everything, like what to do. Again, just being a new real estate agent, and just realizing once when you asked me, are you a renter or do you own a home? And then I finally realized, I was like, oh, this would be beneficial for me to also go through the baby steps. I was just so focused on, I guess, getting a lead or something, but it's like when I get there, it's like, oh no, what information am I supposed to be giving?
Wow, that's a big one. Thank you. Jasmine, last one. Biggest takeaway.
Hey guys. So big takeaway will be just get out there and show yourself in social media and just educate yourself and don't complicate it yourself and just do it pretty much.
Yeah, just do it. Exactly.
Get out of your shell.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Perfect. Well, we're right at time. Want to thank you guys for jumping on today's call. I need a huge favor from all of you. I'm going to post this link in the coaching call replay. Can you all do me a huge favor? And when I post the link, can you guys go on there, just kind of just drop your biggest takeaway or like just I just want to create FOMO for the rest of the group who did not pay attention to their calendar, did not show up. I just want to create some FOMO. That's honestly what I'm trying to do. I just want to tease them a little bit. So can you guys all commit to that? Drop a couple of words and share some comments and create some FOMO. Like, that was so good. I'm so glad you did, man. That was a big takeaway. Can you guys do that on Slack? Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you guys. Okay. If you guys already know, if you need anything, send me a text, DM. Here to help you guys out. Have a good day. God bless. Bye.
Thank you,
Thank
Gabe.
you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.